So thanks to everyone for joining us on our next session. Again, like the first session, if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat as we go along with Portia here. And I just want to say thank you so much to Portia for being here. I know it takes a lot out of your day and to prepare and things like that. So we really appreciate your time for being here today. So how do I pronounce your last name so I mess up every time? So
no, I'm glad you asked. It's Portia Obeng.
Obeng, perfect. I think I said it properly then in the intro. So Portia is a social media strategist with nearly 10 years of experience in social media strategy and content management. She started before snaps were chatted, Instagrams had stories, and I like this, and ticks were talked. And her current specialties are Instagram and LinkedIn. She teaches high-achieving professional women the mindset and systems they need to be taken seriously on LinkedIn so they can stop selling themselves short and start attracting the money-making opportunities they deserve. Portia loves, all right, now you're going to have to help me. What do you love? You love spicy food, dancing, live music, listening to podcasts, experiencing new countries, which I'm missing that a lot. Reading a good book, preferably on a beach in Ghana. So I wish that we could do all of those things right now, Portia, but we're here and we're learning, and that's important. And it's going to be such a positive. I'm really excited for your presentation. I'm going to sit in and take away some tips and stuff. So really appreciate you being here, and I'll be back at the end to help out with any questions and just to help you conclude your presentation.
All right, sounds good.
All right,
thank you so much for the introduction, Rachel. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I don't have a ton of time, so I'm going to get into it. I'm going to be talking to you guys about leveling up your LinkedIn headline. Now, I've been doing social media, as you know, from my introduction for a long time, and I've been able to optimize my personal social media, my personal LinkedIn account, and then I've also worked on professional company LinkedIn accounts. So I'm going to share some of my knowledge with you guys today. If that is all right, please give me a yes in the chat if that is okay with you. Let me see. Oh, somebody says there's no sound. Oh, wait, people can hear me. All right. Okay, you guys can hear me. Excellent. Okay. Now, please in the chat, let me know where you are joining us from. I currently live in Washington, D.C., which is home to a style of music called go-go music. If anybody watched the Oscars, Glenn Close, she did a little bit dancing to go-go music this past Sunday, and also home to the incredible, illustrious Howard University. So let me know in the chat where you are joining us from. Okay, Toronto. Vanessa's from Toronto. Okay, we got Laura from Toronto. Okay, we got Toronto is in the house. Toronto is representing Ontario. Okay, excellent. We've got a little bit of people everywhere. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Now I'm gonna give you guys some information about LinkedIn so you know why it's a place where you need to be. So with over 700 million users, LinkedIn is the most powerful online professional networking tool. There are 170 million users in the US. Since I live in the US, that's the stat that I give. Can you guys guess which country globally has the second most users after the United States? Give me a guess in the chat. Let me know. Not Canada, not UK, not China. Yes, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce your name, but your last name is Maine, but I can't pronounce your first name. I'm so sorry, but you got it right. KM, your initials there. India is correct. That is the second most populous place for LinkedIn. So as you can see, it has a very global stretch, a very global reach. And on any given day, there are about 20 million jobs open across LinkedIn. So that is part-time jobs, full-time jobs, contract, temporary, and about 95% of recruiters say that they use LinkedIn now. So it is definitely a place that will be a very, very strong help for you in your job search. And it's also changed the way that a lot of businesses get leads when it comes to business. Okay, and now, if you do not have the LinkedIn app, I highly recommend that you download it. You do not need it for our little session right now, but it is a great app. You can connect with people on the go. You can post on the go. You can write articles. There's a lot of functionality within the app. Okay, let's get into this information about your headline. So basically, the headline describes what you do, and it's one of the first things people see when they are viewing your profile. It is this area right here. But when I'm on LinkedIn, I see that a lot of people will simply leave their current or most recent job title as the default of their LinkedIn headline. If you have that as your current headline, or maybe if you've seen it on LinkedIn, give me a yes in the chat. Give me a yes in the chat if you've seen that. If you've seen people just put their current job in their headline. Yep, it's pretty common. It is pretty common. Yes, you see it a lot throughout LinkedIn. I see you guys are very familiar with that. But here's the thing. So LinkedIn is a very keyword heavy platform, meaning that the more keywords that you use that are related to your industry in your profile, the higher probability your profile has in showing up when a recruiter or maybe a potential client is doing a search on LinkedIn. So the places where you want to incorporate those keywords are your headline, your about section, and your experience section. Today, I'm just going to talk about the headline, but the keywords are so important. Let me show you guys what I mean. You can use 220 characters in your headline. So that's 220 characters with spaces. It used to be 120 characters, but LinkedIn, they upped it pretty recently, a couple months ago. You probably don't need all 220 characters. You can probably get away with using about 150 to 170-ish, so it doesn't look too jumbled. And this is where you're gonna be able to use those keywords. This is what it looks like. So here's just a made up person that I created. Her name is Alicia Smith, and she's a data analyst. Now, let's say a recruiter in the Baton Rouge area is looking for somebody who is a data analyst, but they're also looking for somebody who has these skill sets. You can see at the bottom of the screen right here, data visualization, Tableau, Excel, analytics, and reporting. But the problem is Alicia only has data analyst in her headline. But what she could do is level it up and use, she doesn't, like I said, she doesn't have to use all 220 characters, but she can definitely sell herself more. And she can update her headline to say something like this: a data analyst who hasn't met an Excel sheet I didn't love. I thrive in analytics, reporting, and data visualization. Let me give you guys a closer look at this. So her old headline, data analyst, new headline, a data analyst who hasn't met an Excel sheet I didn't love. I thrive in analytics, reporting, and data visualization. Can you guys in the chat let me know some of those keywords that you see that she was able to incorporate into our headline? Can you guys let me know in the chat some of the keywords that you guys see in her new headline? All right. Sorry. Once again, I'm so sorry. I cannot pronounce your name. I don't want to butcher it. But yes, you got some of those right. Yes, Excel, data, yes, data analytics. Yes, you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. Fantastic. You guys got it. Okay. Now, let me give you another example. So here's just another made up profile that I created. The old headline, professional basketball player. The new headline, I'm a small forward who leads teams to win, 4-time NBA champion, 4-time NBA MVP, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, and foundation founder. I made this headline up for a person. It's actually a real person. Can you guys guess who the real person is, even though this person probably is not on LinkedIn? If you guys can guess in the chat who this person is. Let's see. Oh, LeBron, you got it. You got it. That is it. It is King James himself, LeBron James. You see how he was underselling himself in his first LinkedIn headline, his first made up LinkedIn headline, but then he was able to level it up. And really, I just wanted to include this very cute GIF of this baby saying LeBron James over and over again. I love it so much. Let me give you guys another example. Here we have the old headline, actress. Then we have the new headline, actress, director, producer, entrepreneur, activist, 7-time NAACP Image Award recipient, Golden Globe recipient. This one's a little bit harder. This is a real person, but it is her made up LinkedIn profile that I created. But the real person, I can give you guys a hint. Her mother is a music legend icon, probably one of the most glamorous. She's on a TV show on ABC. If you guys can guess in the chat who it is, let's see if you guys can guess in the chat who it is. If not, I can tell you guys, this one's a little bit harder. Yes, she's in Blackish. Yes, that's, you know what? That's good enough. I will give you that. Yes, so this person is actually Tracy Ellis Ross. There she is right there. And again, I just wanted to include this because it's super cute. Now, let me go back and go through the different styles of headlines. We have the old headline that Alicia had, the data analyst, Alicia, the data analyst. The new headline, she used sentences. So if you want, you can use sentences and then interweave those keywords into your sentences. That's one format. Another format is you can use a sentence followed by your accomplishments. That was the one that LeBron used. That's your second format. And then you can use mostly keywords. That's what we had for Tracy Ellis Ross. So format you use, the most important thing is that you are using the keywords in your headline. That is really what you need to focus on. Now, if you are an entrepreneur or a freelancer, one thing that you can do, and I highly recommend, is that you use your value proposition or your mission statement as your headline so that people who are coming to you who need your help know exactly how you can help them. So here, Carmen, you see she has her headline is helping personal brands and service providers build profitable websites using online marketing strategies that create consistent cash flow. Okay, and then here's another example of an entrepreneur. She's got some keywords in there as well. So web designer, and then she says, I design brands that help coaches and service providers position themselves to attract premium clients and opportunities. Again, if you're an entrepreneur or a freelancer, you're gonna wanna use your mission or your value proposition statement. Now, I keep talking about these keywords that you guys need to be using. There are several keywords that recruiters are looking up now more frequently than they have previously. As you can see here from the screen, I think Victoria is having issues seeing the slides. Can you guys see my slides right now where it says the keywords, blockchain, cloud? All right, okay. I think maybe, Victoria, maybe if you refresh your screen, maybe that'll help. Okay, all right, so these keywords, these are some of the keywords that recruiters are using most frequently now on LinkedIn. They are pretty tech heavy, but if you're not in the tech field, it doesn't matter where you work. When a recruiter is looking for somebody to fill a role, they will definitely use LinkedIn to find that person. So here are some of the top keywords that recruiters are using right now. And these are the hard skills. Now, the hard skills I recommend that you use directly in your headline. Then there are also soft skills that recruiters are really looking for right now, but soft skills are better used in your about section because you can tell more of a story and a narrative about how you are using those soft skills. Now, these keywords that I keep talking about all the time, where are you supposed to find them? I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a trick. If you want, you can screenshot this if you want, because this is one of the word counters that I use to help me find keywords. So basically what you can do online is find a word counter that creates word clouds. Okay, so a word counter that creates word clouds. You can use this one that I have on here right now, or you can find your own. And what you want to do is, you do not want to look up Beyonce lyrics, but what you want to do is look up job descriptions that are related to the job roles that you're applying to, or maybe one that you're in currently, or maybe one that you're hoping to go to, right? And then what you're going to do is find 3 or 4 of these job descriptions. So you're going to find job description number 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? And then after that, what you're gonna do is copy the full job description for job description number 1, and then you're gonna paste it into the word counter. And then you're gonna copy the full description of job description number 2, and then you're gonna paste it right under job description number 1 in this word counter. And you're gonna do it until you get all the way to number 4 or 5, however many you wanna do. You guys, are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Finding the job descriptions, you're gonna go to like LinkedIn or Indeed, whatever it is that you want, finding the job descriptions and pasting them into the word counter. Guys, let me know in the chat if you're picking up what I'm putting down. You guys following me? All right, Laura's following me, fantastic. Great, Vanessa, okay, excellent, excellent. Okay, so like I said, you're gonna find the job descriptions, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna paste them into the word counter, okay? And after you paste them into the word counter, you're going to press the little button and it's going to work its magic. And then you're going to get this word cloud, right? So now you have a better idea of the words that are used most frequently in job descriptions related to the jobs that you're looking for. So the one, of course, I use something related to social media. So the words that I'm going to use, hopefully in my headline, are, social media, paid content, and then also this gives you a good idea of the soft skills and other words that you want to include in your about section and in your experience section. So you guys, let me know in the chat if that makes sense on how you can find keywords. Oh, Lisa said brilliant. Thank you. I'm glad. Yes, let me know in the chat if that makes sense on how you can find keywords related to. Thank you, Laura. Laura said that it was amazing. Thank you. I'm glad that you like that. Okay, great. Yes, I'm glad that that is helpful for you. Okay. Now, unfortunately, my time with you guys is very short, so all I can talk about is headlines and using the keywords to optimize your headline. But you guys can do this. It's very easy. All you got to do, like I said, is find the keywords related to your industry, put them in your headline, use as many keywords as possible that make sense. And you guys can do this. I know you can, but I do want to leave a couple of minutes for questions. And I know, guys, you have the magic inside of you. You can do it. I just wanted to encourage you guys. Again, you can definitely do this. And many blessings to you in your job search. If you have any questions, definitely please email me. There's my email address right there. You can also go to my website. You can subscribe to my newsletter. And then also definitely, please connect with me on LinkedIn. And if you guys want to also drop your LinkedIn URLs in the chat as well, so you guys can share and connect with others, that is also great. And that's all I have for you. I can take some questions now if you guys don't mind. Oh yeah, Lisa said, yes, definitely. Words you should also incorporate into your cover letter because they help as well. If you guys have any questions, I will take them. You can ask me anything. Yes, thank you, Mary. Sorry, Akpan, what about imagery? Are you asking about imagery specifically, like what you should be using on your profile? Because when it comes to imagery on your LinkedIn profile, you should definitely have a professional profile photo, but it doesn't have to be boring and stuffy. I think a lot of people associate, well, the old LinkedIn is boring and stuffy, but it doesn't have to be like that anymore. If you guys go to my LinkedIn profile, you'll see that it very much reflects what you see in my presentation, what you see right now. You should also, if you can, have a background photo, which is also known as the cover photo and also known as the LinkedIn banner. There are two places that I recommend that you find stock images related to your industry that you can use for your cover photo. Those two websites, I'm going to put them in the chat. They are unsplash.com. That's one website you can use for stock images. And then pexel.com. You can use those for stock images to find them to use for your cover photo. And also, if you want, canva.com has free LinkedIn banner templates. So it's the same thing, LinkedIn cover photo, LinkedIn banner, LinkedIn background photo. It's all the same thing. People just call it different names. But if you go to canva.com, you can get a template. We have here, LinkedIn, do recruiters check out other? Yes, so depending on your level of job, recruiters will probably check out your other social media. If you have maybe like a more visible job, a more high profile job, if you're going through any type of security clearance, but they're most likely going to be focused on your LinkedIn account. I know here in the States, there's been like several instances where people have posted things on social media that have gotten them in trouble, but mostly during the job search, they're gonna spend the bulk of their time looking at your LinkedIn. What happens if your previous roles does not match your new one? It doesn't really matter if your previous roles don't match your new ones. You should still keep them in your experience section because there's usually a way that you can highlight your transferable skills and how they apply to your new industry. So don't discount the previous credit that you have, because there's most likely transferable skills involved. Are there any other questions? Because I think my time is almost up.
That was fantastic, Portia. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was a lot of info crammed into a very short amount of time. So
very, very short amount of time, but I'm going to drop my LinkedIn URL in the chat.
That would
and
be
I thank
great.
you guys very much for joining me. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or my email again. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. We really, really appreciate it. Our next session started about 1 minute ago, so we perfect timing. So our next session will be starting at 3:05, and that is how to create an optimized resume to get noticed. So kind of perfect, combination of topics here today. Everyone seemed to really love your presentation. So thank you again so much for your time. We really, really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Portia. Have a great afternoon.
Thanks. You too.